ZAKIS, it's a platform for knowledge and innovation. And in our agriculture and food systems transformation strategy, the scope of knowledge and innovation obviously occupies a very, very significant space.
ZAKIS has a farmer-centric approach. This means we're putting the farmers in the center. And this is what we do in all our programs. We put the farmers in the center. We work closely with farmers on the ground. And therefore, I think it's a perfect match.
The Zimbabwe Agricultural Knowledge and Innovation Services ZAKIS project seeks to link agriculture research, education and extension. The Agricultural Centers of Excellence, an initiative funded by the EU and implemented by the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Resettlement in partnership with the ZAGP ZAKIS Consortium, brings together public and private institutions with a focus on improving farmers' productivity and incomes through the delivery of well-researched modern knowledge and extension.
The ZAKIS platform has got three components basically. You are looking at research, agricultural research, you are looking at agricultural education and agricultural extension. So the ZAKIS platform is kind of a linkaging among those three important aspects of agriculture transformation. And indeed, I call it a trinity, really. And indeed, that trinity is kind of a very, very active and important and central ingredient in terms of the agriculture transformation jigsaw.
The establishment of the Centers of Excellence in Zimbabwe's agricultural landscape form the bedrock of innovation in modern agriculture. These agricultural centers of excellence act as hubs of knowledge that give rise to sustainable and profitable agriculture. The specific objective of ZAKIS is to demonstrate a farmer-centric and integrated research education extension framework that establishes a market-oriented rural agriculture sector.
To us, really, as Zimbabwe, we basically have three centers of excellence under the ZAKIS platform. So we have one which covers the northern region, which is Chibero, which is housed at Chibero Agricultural College. And then we have the other one which covers the southern parts of the country, which is housed at the Matopos Research Institute. And then we also have the virtual platform, the virtual ZAKIS platform.
ZAKIS has moved in to equip the agricultural centers of excellence with the requisite modern infrastructure such as research laboratories and irrigation systems. The ACEs are institutions where crop and animal husbandry research is conducted, good agricultural practices are demonstrated, and modern farming technologies are showcased and developed.
With creation of the enabling environment, under that pillar is where we are creating the agricultural centers of excellence, or what will be commonly known as the ACE, will be supported by smaller versions of it, which are known as the district agricultural centers of excellence. So these are the physical centers at which research, education, and extension converge to then demonstrate the link and the importance of having these three pillars functioning and providing support to the farmers. So through the agricultural centers of excellence and the district agricultural centers of excellence, there will be a process of harmonizing these various aspects of agriculture.
Already we are talking about agricultural centers of excellence, and I'm sure they will be replicated in all the agricultural colleges and all the research centers to make sure that we benefit from the innovations arising from ZAKIS. One of the key challenges is infrastructure. For example, laboratories being in a dilapidated state, and also poor irrigation infrastructure to support our trials and demonstrations. So we have benefited in the sense that ZAKIS has enabled us to rehabilitate some of this equipment and also introducing new equipment as well.
Significant progress has been made, both in terms of setting up new infrastructure and also rehabilitating the infrastructure that was already there but perhaps dilapidated because of resources. Irrigation facilities, drip irrigation facilities, drilling in new boreholes, all these things have been done. So there's fish ponds, pen fattening structures.
The mobility of agricultural extension workers has improved remarkably through the acquisition of field vehicles and information communication technologies in an effort to integrate the Agritech's extension officers with other key enabling stakeholders.
So mobility was one of the biggest challenges we were facing as Agritechs. Then the second challenge was availability of information technology, the computers, the laptops and so on. So that has been addressed by ZAKIS. And then the third challenge was that there was no integration between Agritechs and other stakeholders. Other stakeholders are meaning about the research guys, agricultural extension, and also the Department of Agricultural Education and the private sector. There was no coordination, and that has been solved by ZAKIS.
Obviously, that goes also with training of the personnel on the ground on how to use the new equipment that is coming in and how to maintain it and generate probably income from the equipment.
Agricultural research is vital in bridging the knowledge gap between agricultural education and extension, and this has been achieved through the Agricultural Centers of Excellence.
For us to be able to transform agriculture, we need to make sure that we close a fundamental gap. I normally call it, a puzzling divergence. What is happening is our research yields from research, they are going up, right? And yields, the actual farmer yields, especially at farmer level, more importantly, right? And more unfortunately, again, it's going down. So there's that puzzling divergence. So we need to close that puzzling divergence. How do we close the puzzling divergence? Now, we need to strengthen that linkaging research, education, and extension. It's very, very critical. So indeed, the ZAKIS platform will play a very, very critical role.
What will happen at these centers of excellence will be you will have full-blown research. You will have research being taken from the center of excellence, disseminated to the farmer through extension. Then that research being taken also and feeding into agricultural curriculum through the agricultural education pillar. This is the physical interaction of the research, extension, and the education.
What we're currently doing is making sure that we are promoting climate-smart agricultural technologies, technologies such as water-saving technologies within the field, soil improving technologies. So we actually promote integrated soil fertility and water management practices within the smallholder farming sector.
The state-of-the-art laboratory facilities established at the Agricultural Centers of Excellence offer advanced platforms for the scientific evaluation of the nutritional composition of stock feed for livestock production. Such a scientific investment also feeds into best farming practices and research-based agricultural solutions that speak to the ideal output of the ZAKIS project.
The purpose of this lab is generally to evaluate the nutritional composition of various feedstuffs, that is for livestock. We determine for its nutritional composition, we determine for the protein, the fiber, the fat, which is in the feed, mainly for cattle, small ruminants, and also chickens, that is poultry. Generally, this lab provides services mainly to farmers, students from agri-colleges, private companies, and also research work that is conducted within the institute.
What we need for us to be able to transform our agriculture is obviously a robust research and grounded research, which is obviously informed by farmer insights. So you realize that that linkage will play a very critical role in terms of informing research. Because, for example, extension and education, they link the farmer and research. Because a research or agricultural research can only be relevant if it adds value, if it edifies impacts, especially at farmer level.
Success in agricultural production is premised on capacitating extension and education systems to ensure that farmers get the most out of the land. To achieve balance in achieving success of the ideals of the ACEs, the agricultural education curricula and systems addresses issues of food and nutrition security, as well as commercialization, integration of business management and farmer knowledge systems backed by multi-stakeholder institutions.
For us to be able to achieve success in terms of research, we need a robust extension and education system, and more so that linkaging.
Partnering with the ZAKIS is actually revitalized the college activities. The students actually participated in the installation of the drip, and they actually gained quite a lot. We feel wherever they go, they will have that picture in mind and try and improve our agricultural farm structures.
To us and to the agriculture transformation story, ZAKIS plays a very pivotal role.
Capacitating and empowering extension services and agritechs is a key focus area for ZAKIS and its partners.
We are saying this project has managed to capacitate fully our extension staff, making sure that they have enough technical skills to discharge their duties confidently, effectively and efficiently. Now we are saying since ZAKIS has started working with our extension staff, we have seen a greater improvement in adoption of technologies and the cascading of these technologies to farmers. And we have also realized the benefits of adopting the new technologies they are sharing with our extension staff.
If we look at the link between research and extension, it was there, but I would call it was a weaker link. But with the coming in of ZAKIS, that bond, that linkage, or those silos that were somewhat existing, they've been broken. And now there is more synergy between these departments, and it is benefiting the farmer at the end of the day.
ZAKIS has actually enhanced, has empowered our extension staff to do what we call demand-driven extension. Farmers can now identify what exactly they want, and then they call the extension worker to guide them accordingly.
If you look at how we administered the project, we started with a farmer needs assessment, where farmers were telling us what they expect out of this project. So it has been inspired by them, and we've gotten information from farmers who are in the target districts and target wards.
It is because of establishment of the centers of excellence, where all people get to understand different technologies, production of different crops, the different varieties we have on the market and stuff. As government, we really need to upscale this initiative to other districts. So we're going to make use of the trained extension workers as our trainers for other districts, to cascade the trainings that they have had from ZAKIS to other districts.
The establishment of strategic partnerships with suppliers creates a conducive environment for the growth and development of agriculture.
So the suppliers will definitely benefit from at least 100,000 smallholder farmers through the centers of excellence. And when we talk about access to them, we're just talking about getting your product known. And you will also have the ability to test your product on site at these centers of excellence and immediately get an audience of these farmers that we will be working with. To couple that, also the suppliers get the opportunity to work directly with government counterparts, and also get direct feedback on their products, their commodities from the central authority itself. So in essence, partnering with ZAKIS will enable the creation of partnerships with government, and will also facilitate strong linkages with education, research and extension.
For the beneficiaries of the ZAKIS program, improved access to agricultural knowledge and irrigation has been a game changer, as average yields have improved exponentially.
Takadzidzira kuti chibage kuti tiwane gora rakanaka chinodyara chine space, toisa fertilizer D, toisa top, tochisakura kuti chichene ndokuti tiwane gora rakakura. Ndozvandakadzidza. Takurima nemvura inobva pasi zvokuti hatichaiti drought togona kungoramba tichikohwa tichirarama nekuti takushandisa mvura yepasi, takushandisa masola ekuti togona kudiridza anytime. Tiri kufara zvikuru nezvatakaitwa neZAKIS, kuti ZAKIS yaita kuti tibatsire community yose muno muZimbabwe, kuti vanhu vanotambudzika vanouyawo vachitenga chibage, vachidzidza tichiwana ruzivo rwakakwana kuitira tigonozviriritirawo takumisha yedu.
Obviously, it's kind of a graduation platform. It's not like when the project expires, then everything ceases. No. It's actually a very, very good graduation platform. We have them housed at our agricultural colleges. It's not for temporary duration. It's actually for the long term. It's actually part of our long look to strengthen that aspect. And in fact, as ministry, we are coming up with a framework, especially for agricultural research, agricultural education, and it's actually riding on the successes of the ZAKIS platform. So to us, it's actually it's almost a long look. In fact, it is indeed a long look, because we need to fundamentally close that fundamental gap between research now, during the project, and even way after the project.
Agricultural Centers of Excellence, facilitating a farmer-centric and market-oriented agricultural sector.